What's up, board gamers? It's your friend Michael Eldridge here to jump into Nerd Porn Auteur, which is a poem written by Ernest Cline. He's the author of Ready Player One, which got made into a Steven Spielberg film, which gets good reviews by many people. And this was uploaded by the Gluten Glutton. So thank you very much, Gluten Glutton, and thank you, Ernest Cline. This poem is quite famous. I forget most of the words, but let's jump right into it and analyze it as best as we can. Is it loud enough?
I noticed there don't seem to be any porno movies that are made for guys like me.
Oh, stop right there. Okay. He noticed that there doesn't seem to be any porno movies made for guys like him. So that's false. Because there's porn made for guys like everyone, for people like everyone. There's trucks stuck in the mud is your porn. So we're already a little bit suspicious of this character, and he's saying, this guy right here, if oh, that's weird. I kind of cut off. Oh, right, cameras. Yeah, science. So we don't know where he's gone with this, but we know that he's either wrong about some things or he's a liar. But let's continue. It might just be figurative speaking.
All the porn I've come across was targeted at beer-swilling, sports bar-dwelling alpha males, men like everyone stupid and submissive. Men.
So the porno he's come across has been targeted to beer-swilling alpha males. Is that the trope? Is that the stereotype? That beer-swilling alpha males are just really they dominate the porn world. Porn is very universal. Like, if someone's has never really seen porn or gone through a phase of their life where they've watched lots of porn, most of us are kind of like, oh, that's neat that you're an exception a little bit, and I think that's cool, and I support you. I'd support you either way, but I support this about you. It's not like, oh, porn, that alpha male thing. Like, oh, porn just for those manly guys. Like, no one thinks that, do they? I don't think they do. Let's go.
You can only get up for monosyllabic cock-hungry nymphos with gargantuan breasts and a three.
Alright, so they can only get it up for cock-hungry nymphos. Alright, this is problematic because... So, erectile dysfunction is no joke. It can affect all of us. Maybe you're stressed, maybe you're anxious, maybe there's a health issue, you're getting a virus coming on, it's making you have a cold. Any of that can do it, but that's not the main thing of what he's talking about. He's mainly insulting cock-hungry nymphos, and there are definitely videos, I'm sure, there must be. A friend of mine remembers some that have titles like, cock-hungry nympho. So, that's a real thing, but, like, there's surely just as many that are like, innocent girl who's never known about sex suddenly is really interested in sex. It's more eloquent than that, and more glib, but that's basically the gist of a lot of them, is like, non-sexual person that you thought was non-sexual is suddenly sexual? Question mark, exclamation point. Like, that's an ongoing theme just as much as cock-hungry nymphos. And as far as breast size goes, there's a whole gamut of breast size for every subgenre of porn. Like, I think he thinks porn is more narrow than it is. So let's hear more.
Word vocabulary. Adult films are populated with these collagen-injected, liposuctioned women, many of whom have resorted to surgery and self-mutilation in an attempt to look the way they have been told to look.
So it's shaming plastic surgery. I think you probably shouldn't do that. If people want plastic surgery a lot, they either have good reason for it or they don't. But either way, the whole, like, you're shallow and dumb because you got plastic surgery, lady or man, then it's unfriendly. Ernest Cline, I thought, let's hear more from him. Also, this is a good argument, and again, he's gonna think that I'm shallow. Maybe I'm a beer-swilling alpha male to him. But for why, if your beard has red in it, and it's going white or gray, that's when you dye it. If it's like going white or gray and it's brown or blonde or black, it can work. And if it's just reddish, that can work. But there's something about the red beard that's going silver. And it's a little off-putting. I could be way off base with this. I might be wrong, and I'm being just prejudiced against what's happening to his facial hair. And that's not fair of me. So let's listen to him, because he will be fair.
These aren't real women, they're objects. And these movies are erotic, they're pathetic. These vacuum-headed fuck bunnies don't turn me on, they disgust me. And
Whoa, okay, that is super edgy. Oh, these I'm not even going to cuss right now, maybe in other videos. These F-bunnies don't turn me on, they disgust me. Can't something be both? Can't something, like that line in the 30 Rock episode, I love how much you disgust me. I don't know, but that's not what he's going for here. He's like, I'm against these. These women are dumb and they have fake breasts. And I don't like it. I don't like the whole enterprise. I'm Ernest Cline, and that's not what I like. I don't even approve of this. So he doesn't like this enterprise of non-scholarly women having sex on camera for pornography. It's definitely erotic, though. Maybe it's not good erotic, but if erotic means anything, if erotic has a definition that's half as liberal or allowing or relaxed as the word poem, right? Then porno is definitely erotic. I mean, it's almost defined that way, erotica. But I know it's not like classy, artsy erotica, right? It's just porn. So continue, please, Mr. Cline.
it's not that I'm against pornography, I mean...
Are you sure? It sounds like you're against pornography. You just described a lot of pornography. You said that was all of pornography. And then you talked about how much you hated it. And now you're saying, oh, I'm not against pornography. Are you sure? I think you're against pornography so far. Is this...
I'm a guy, and guys need porn. Fact!
No, we don't. Alright, we've done without porn for centuries and centuries. We were kind of rough then a lot of times, and we still are. It's not like porn has made us better people. It hasn't made us really it's worse people usually. For most people, it doesn't affect them in terms of changing their core character. Maybe for some people it does, but that we need porn. No, we won't die without it. I mean, I know what you mean. Men really like porn. But so that's what he's saying. He's saying I really like. I'm reading too deep into that part. He's just saying that men are very especially into porn. I'm nitpicking. I'm sorry. How do I? Oh, I can't. There we go. I'm sorry, Ernest.
Guys need porn. But I don't want to watch misogynist He-Man woman hater porn.
Wait, what? That's crazy. I don't want to watch this misogynist He-Man woman-hating porn. It's this crazy idea, right? That if someone's more masculine, if they're more macho and manly, they're more misogynistic. Like Ernest Cline and films like Revenge of the Nerds, if they've taught us anything, they've taught us that it's often, not always, but often, like the nerdy little kid with glasses that's getting shoved in the locker, who actually deserves it because he hates women the most, that he's just this horrible misogynistic prick, and that's why he's picked on. Maybe you shouldn't pick on him. That's not the right response to someone being a prick. But it's not like, oh, they're so smart, so they get bullied. Like, maybe they're pricks, like how he's talking. So it's the two narrow boxes, right? That you have one box, there's the misogynistic He-Man, the alpha male type. And the other is like the smart, bookish, bookworm type guy who's nerdy and likes geek culture a lot. Because we know that there can't be any overlap. There's no football player who likes Star Wars. There's no one who is in AP calculus who is interested in boxing or wrestling or anything like that. No, these are the two categories of human male. So he's made that clear.
What movies that are made with guys like me in mind? Guys who...
Oh man, like with porno, we're trying to be more aroused, right? Not less aroused. Do we really? Okay, you want to be guys like you. Oh, in mind. Okay, we want not in the porn, but like guys like him in mind. Right. All right. So how can we cater better to your porn preference? Because I know a few people in the porn industry. I mean, not directly, but you know, they have premium subscriptions and stuff. And so maybe I can, you know, put in the word, see what we can do about this.
You know, the sexiest thing in the world is a woman who is smarter than you are.
Ah, that's so true. Ah, yeah, that's all women for him, right? Just based off what we've heard him say. That's all women are smarter than him. So all women are the sexiest thing in the world. Which for me, for my orientation, I agree. That's true. They are. But no, it's weird. You know, it goes from like the misogynistic thing to like straight up pandering. Like, I'm tired of all these hot dumb women about some smart ladies. Am I right? Ladies who surely at this slam poetry thing fancy yourself as being very smart and maybe not. Who wants to identify as an airheaded bimbo or whatever he describes him as? No one wants to identify as that. Even porn stars are, you know, occasionally they are in interviews and stuff or news things or whatever, and like, oh yeah, it's like a role play. It's like it's fake. I mean, there's real sexuality going on. There's real intercourse, but you know, they're not actually a horny stepmom. I mean, they might also be, but not as anyway.
I would wear a tweed skirt and the horn-rimmed glasses, Benny Benabowski, the valedictorian. Oh yes. First I want to copy her trait homework, and then I want to make mad, passionate love to her for hours and hours. And she reluctantly asks if we can stop because she doesn't want to miss Battlestar Galactica.
Reluctant is a kind word. She's reluctantly saying, "Oh, please stop, Ernest. I just don't want to miss this." She already owned the DVDs back when this was made. They had TiVo. They had but I guess it came on. It was new. She didn't want to miss it. Okay, that's fair enough. But like, for hours. All right, maybe I'm talking myself down, but I don't think he knows how sex works. I guess like if you in all the elements of sexuality, like foreplay and cuddling and different parts or taking breaks and then new positions, it could be hours and hours. But I think a lot of like nice guy types like him think that like just straight up humping. Why is that gesture? That's nothing. That makes no sense. That's just straight up intercourse, non-stop, can be hours and hours. I mean, if you're like a triathlon maybe, and but no, this is what people think who don't have sex. And I'm not shaming people who don't have sex. It's okay to. It's alright to not have sex by choice or not have sex not by choice. Either one, you know, it's okay to be celibate one way or another. But don't act like you're kind of an expert at it. Like, I could do it for hours. Like, no, you couldn't. Come on. Alright, so that would be erotic for him, and he wants to copy her trig homework and stuff. Like, it's like, yo, see, it's so pandering, it's so cringy. Like, so I've written like Facebook posts that are pandering and white knightish and cringy and like are trying to be anti-sexist but end up being more sexist. It's so embarrassing. So we actually can't condemn this guy forever for making one cringy poem and putting it up, you know. But he should take it down from his website. I guess it's still up there, someone said. I don't know if that's still true as of this upload date. But you'd probably take it down, right? This poem. Or denounce it. Disavow it. Be like, haha, that was dumb. But it sounds like it still hasn't been done yet. And this thing is floating around, haunting you. Jerks like me won't let it alone because it's funny. It's pretty funny. And you know, maybe we're envious of all your success, and I'm sure that's part of it. But Ernest, you gotta take this down, man. You gotta denounce the poem.
Which is why I start writing and directing geek porno. I should be the quintessential nerd porn auteur. When my porno movies be kind of dry nerds like...
So, like, this is, like when I invented alarm clocks that have a battery that they still plug in the wall, but if the power goes out, the battery remembers the time. Or like when I invented a small device that could do everything a computer can do, but it's really small. These are all this is already around, is what I'm saying. This is like, go to any pornography website, type in nerd. You will get a lot of things that you're not describing here, but he will also get exactly what he's describing. This is not impossible to find. It's not even rare. He's acting like, I've innovated this. If only they would try this. Like, if only. They definitely have. Like, it didn't... You don't have to know this ahead of time. You can check this out right now. Like, you know, sexy nerd lady seduces hot nerd boy. Like, it's like a million things like that. They'll be in classrooms or universities or whatever setting they want for it. Alright, so I won't interrupt as much. Wait till you hear the rest of this.
I'm talking about the girls who used to fuck up the grading curve, the girls in the Latin Club, the National Honor Society, chicks with weird clothes, braces, 4 eyes, and 4.0 GPAs, brainy, articulate bookworms with Mensa cards in their purses and chips on their shoulders. My porn starlets will come in all shapes and sizes. My porn starlets will be too busy working on their PhD to go to the gym. In my porn movies, the girls wouldn't have to get naked. They just take the guys down to the rec room and beat them repeatedly at chess.
Alright, so it's not... You're describing not pornography, is what that is. So that's great. There might be a market for watching women smarter than the men they're playing chess at, beating them at chess in a rec room, and they have tweed skirts and braces and glasses. Why is that necessary? Isn't it okay if they don't have the stereotype aesthetic of the geek? No, they have to. They have to fit into that box. So, you could watch all that. It won't be pornography if the word pornography means anything. They won't even have to get naked or have sex. Then how is this pornography? Don't get me wrong. Like, here's why I hate porn. Don't get me wrong. I love porn. But here's how I would do it. Names a bunch of non-porn things. What? Okay. Here we go.
Talk to them for hours about Heisenberg's uncertainty principle and the underlying social metaphors in the Aliens movies.
Alright, I love talking about both of those things, but I'm no porn star. I couldn't be, really. I don't know enough about nerdy stuff to be a porn star. I'd like to. I'm interested. But so, like, no, but seriously, though, I like both those things, like talking about metaphors and aliens, and, like, it's such a... like a trouble. Like, can't you just be really liking something without having to put down something else, without having to crap all over it? Can't you be like, those things are awesome to talk about, but by the way, F all porn and people who've ever watched porn and the kind of porn that's out. It's just, it's so needlessly aggressive and in all the wrong directions. It's incoherent. It's not. I'm not reviewing it well so far.
There's about to be a major shortage, and I'm not just talking about straight porn. Oh no, there should be fuck films for my nerd brother and of all sexual orientations. Gay nerd porn flicks with titles like Dungeons and Drag Queens. This idea is a fucking goldmine. I am getting millions because this country is full of database programmers and electronics engineers. They aren't getting the loving they so desperately need, and you can help. If you're an intelligent woman who's interested in breaking into the adult film industry.
All right, so. Engineers are doing really well. Like, I should have studied engineering. I would make more money. And he's talking about how he's going to make millions. He has with his book about, jeez, the nerd guy who gets the hot girl because he remembers 80s references and he's really good at video games. But he doesn't care that she's hot. It's just like he finds out later. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm probably just jealous, and that's reasonable enough, but... yeah, it's super cringy. Alright, let's hear the rest of it.
And if you can tell me the name of Luke Skywalker's home planet, then you are hired. It doesn't matter if you think you're overweight or unattractive. It doesn't matter if you don't think you're beautiful. You are beautiful, and I will make you a star.
Alright, but what? Yeah, that's true what the gluten glutton says here. No, I hear the movie's pretty good, and I haven't seen it yet, so that's all cool, but... Oh man, this poem... It's like simultaneously pro-feminist but anti-feminist. It's like pro-women, anti-women. It's like empowering to geeks while being needlessly aggressive to everyone else, and stereotyping geeks all that much worse. It's painting them into a small box. So it's not a great poem. It doesn't rhyme. There's some kind of funny things in there. I mean, they'd be funny if you were on his wavelength and agreeing with him. If you were like, yeah, then the like fun stuff there would be like the 4 eyes, 4.0 GPA. Like, what if a woman wants to be a porn star and she tried hard in school, but she didn't get a 4.0? It's hard to get a 4.0 for most people, even many geniuses. It can be really hard. I know, he's just exaggerating. He's making his point, but I don't know. It's kind of gross, man. You should think about taking it down, or denounce it. Like, make fun of it yourself. It's okay to make fun of our past selves for what we've said in the past, as being like, that was ridiculous. Like, I've done that. It's all right to do that, but I hope no one kind of thinks this is awesome. I think as long as people understand that this is cringe, then I think everything's okay. Well, thanks for checking out this poem with me. And, oops, I'm looking at the wrong thing here. And I will see you guys next time.